for those who are familiar with DataWise, particularly over the long journey, will see is a different conversation we're having about evidence, right? And so if you go back to the early problem that DataWise was trying to solve, it was all of these new tests we were getting through the No Child Left Behind era was giving us all of this quantitative information that teachers needed help figuring out what to do with. And put some really good tools in place that supported people. And we evolved and we learned that like that's part of it, but we're still missing a lot of kids because kids aren't numbers. Like there's stories behind each and every one of those numbers, each and every one of those test experiences. And so one of the things that you see is like if you're really going to do good evidence-based work, it's got to be anchored in what Shane Saphir calls that street data, which are the lived experiences of the people the organization serves.
Mhm.
Right. So when we're talking about system and people start to think numbers and graphs and charts, I mean, we were talking to people. I think Kathy got a question during that fireside chat that was all about, are you thinking about technology and big data and numbers and things like that? And we said just the opposite. We're thinking about one-on-one interviews, that the superintendent should talk to children, that you should talk to families at the extreme, margins of your systems who have not been served well, that it's those stories in context with the data that shows patterns and the quantitative things that ultimately leads to truly transformational change. So if you're not anchoring this sort of big scalable thing in that kernel of story, of value, of human experience and emotion, you're going to miss the things that really matter. And you're going to do what Robert Avosa was saying today of, like just having initiatives that keep happening without any real change that matters.